Hello, Cosmic Souls. I am Theron. I help introverts and people pleasers be successful in business. So I come today with the Astrological Forecast. This is my second one. I put one in last week, and this one is dropping today. I will highlight some of the few aspects that will be affecting us energetically this week. It's just the ones that stand out the most. One of them has already gotten a lot of traction out in social media. And we're going to talk about that one as well. But first, I want to talk about on Monday, the 15th of July, the Sun in Cancer will square Chiron in Aries. I feel like we need to talk about that first. And then, because I believe what the energy that comes from that, it kind of bleeds into the other energy we're going to talk about. But the sun is going to be shining a light on how we are at home with ourselves. Are we at home with ourselves? Are we taking care of ourselves? Chiron in Aries, reason why this aspect to me stands out, if I can talk a little bit about Chiron, it is the wounded healer. It's going to speak to the wounding surrounded around not feeling seen and not feeling heard or not being heard in your surroundings. Not feeling like you matter to anyone. So when there's a square, this is not a harmonious aspect. They are competing for something. So they're squaring up, and to get past that, you have to figure out this third way of being, this thing outside of that. Because the sun is asking you, are you at home with yourself, shining a light on that? How well are you taking care of yourself? Yet you're having also these emotions that come up, not feeling like you matter. So that type of thing, you have to figure out, how can I create an environment where I'm at home with myself and I matter to myself and matter to the people around. But to give a little bit more context to Chiron in Aries, the last time Chiron was in Aries, it was from 1968 to 1977. And a large chunk of that is considered Generation X. And if you ever hear Generation X, people speak about having to raise themselves. Nobody cared about where they were and what they were doing. You hear that wounding, that they didn't matter. People around them did not matter. We have children that are being born now that Chiron is back into Aries. We have children that are being born 2018 until 2027 that may have some similar aspect or wound as well as they begin to mature and become adults. So now to talk about the main character of next week. Mars has joined Uranus in Taurus. So this conjunct of Mars and Taurus is huge is happening also Monday on the 15th. So both of these are happening the same day. To give you a little bit more, context on Taurus and having Uranus and Mars traveling through it, it's like in my mind's eye, I have Taurus is like a house in the woods, and the house guest is Uranus, and Uranus is a disruptor. It's in there disrupting, reforming, renovating, doing all these things with or without Taurus's consent. Uranus is in Taurus, shaking Taurus up, trying to get Taurus to see that this outdated way of taking care of yourself, because this area that Uranus has traveled to, it is like the self-preservation, self-protection, self-care portion of Taurus. And it's in this area saying, like, we got to knock these things down because this old way of being isn't working. So you see how that Chiron and Aries is kind of bleeding over into this. So it's not really working. So with your consent or not, we're about to like put a whole nother roof on this thing. We're gonna knock some doors, some windows, and some windows out and some walls out. Just really in there disrupting, and it's unsettling to Taurus because they do like to be stable. They like sustainability. If it's not broke, we're not gonna fix it. And Uranus like, nah, not this time, right? And now Mars is like, hey, I'm coming to visit a couple of days, and if anything, you know anything about Mars, it's about all the smoke. It doesn't matter, let's do this. And Mars is like, just give me what I need, a hammer. Tell me where to go, what to do. I'll help you out in this. And Mars rules Aries. So you see again how the dots are connecting. Mars aggression, it's go get it attitude. The and it's in Mars is strategized, so it's bringing strategy into this. So if Uranus was just all over the place, Mars is kind of closing it in maybe and just saying, here, let's strategize, and maybe not take a load bearing wall off and just take this, you know what I mean. So yeah, with Mars though, the connection to Aries, it rules Aries. And Aries being the I am, your identity, your personality, how you show up as yourself, that part of you that feels wounded in Chiron is actually getting some help and Mars sees that, is getting some help where Uranus is kind of disrupting the stability, the status quo for you. So yeah, Mars is all for it. And it's like, it is going to feel unsettling wherever this Taurus and Aries is in your life. It's going to feel unsettling, but it's not personal. It's happening to you personally, but it's not personal. It's happening for you instead of happening to you. The discomfort is to nudge you to stretch yourself, to create new pathways to your self-care and your sustainability. Honestly, when I look at any of the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, those fixed signs, I always feel like the lesson is healthy attachments. And Uranus being inside of Taurus is actually showing what a healthy attachment is. And a healthy attachment is a secure attachment. And while Uranus is in there doing all of this renovating and knocking things down and surely breaking something and all the things that, somebody does in your house that's just kind of unruly, right? It's teaching Taurus energy to become safe within themselves, to come home to themselves, to have security within themselves. So no matter what's externally going around them, what's externally going on around them, they're able to still maintain stability as things come into their lives and as things go out of their lives. So, so with that being said, I think that's all I want to say about it though, but I'm trying to think. So, let me tell you, this might play out like somebody might be moving, changing addresses. They could be moving. You might really have a notion to renovate or to spruce up your home, changing furniture around, trying to change the energy in the room, in the house, or where you live. There may be a change in finances. A new job might come in, or you may lose a job. It could go either way. You are beginning to see the people around you, and this is really big. You are going to start seeing the people who are around you, who you consider a part of your community. Are they healthy for you? Are they a part of helping you with your stability or sustainability? Are they like-minded people who have a sense of how you're going to sustain yourself as a collective here on earth. So in that case, you may lose friends, you may gain some friends. You know, it's the disruption I mean, we can't tell depending on where it's at in your chart, but for the most part, you just got to remain open and find safety in yourself. So later in the week, Uranus in Taurus will sextile the sun in Cancer. Sextile is a harmonious aspect. They're getting along. I look at it like they're sitting there hashing it out, on going over all of the triggers that has caused, and how that, what direction that's taking us in, right? And then also Mercury and Leo will trine Chiron in Aries. Again, this is a harmonious aspect. So they are supporting this trigger, right? That's what I mean. It's happening for you. They're supporting this. They're supporting this change, that this shift is that is taking place. So you're spiritually supported. You may have more clarity for yourself, and you may have words to speak to that clarity. So you're probably able to communicate exactly what you want, what you need, what's not working, what is working, and you're developing new boundaries. You're developing new boundaries with yourself, with the people around you. By Friday, though, just the next day after this last aspect, you're going to have a feeling of, it's like a confidence has come over you. Your self-esteem has grown. You have like this, that diner, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. You're going to have that type of I'm here energy, and which is great because you're like I said, it's a heightened confidence, it's a heightened self-esteem, and because you're learning to be comfortable in your own skin, in your own body, feeling safe with yourself. It's not a fluff. It's not some type of fake it till you make it. It's really building stronger and stronger within you. By Saturday, on Saturday, Mars will have left out of Taurus and have entered into Gemini. Those new boundaries that you have discovered, they are now, you're going to have the power behind it to say and confront what is necessary. So again, you can say what you need to say for your own health, your own well-being, your own sustainability, your own stability. I will talk more about the Mars and Gemini when we talk about next week's forecast. But I do want to say one thing. Because Gemini is a communicator, right? It's ruled by Mercury, communicating. Mars can be impulsive and aggressive. So having the words and saying the words that's fine. You got to say what you need to say for your well-being, right? So this is not about suppressing anything, but it is about thinking before you speak, because with Jupiter still in Gemini, and I spoke about this last time, those words going to have legs and they're going to grow. So be mindful what you want the end game to be when you say what you need to say. Not in a manipulating way, but just like have a little strategy with it, like, and understand who you're talking to, what you need to be saying to this person for the outcome that you need for them to understand. So yeah, just be mindful of that. And then also on a collective, be mindful of false information. Be mindful of people saying things just for a reaction. Be mindful of any of those impulsive, they used to call it dropping pearls, like just things just coming out, shooting out of people's mouths. Be mindful of all of that. And that's just for your own sanity, Double check things, listen to things, but do your own research for things, because it's a lot of false information that could come. And again, what's said could grow legs. And sometimes a lie can be told so much, because that's what false information is, that it all actually becomes, people perceive it as truth. So just kind of try to keep that clarity about yourself. So, all right, Cosmic Souls, I've talked enough. This concludes this week's astrological highlights forecast. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Cosmic Journey, and share it with someone who might benefit from this astrological forecast. Until next time, take care. Oh, you know what? Before I leave, if you're still here, drop in the comments where's your Aries and where's your Taurus in your chart. I would love to know. All right, till next time. Thank you. Bye bye.